Hello, everyone, and welcome to Autzen Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks and the House of Loud, a place where great teams go to die. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Razorbacks will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Offense set on first down. Got the quick completion. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
Yeah, so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play-action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because your eyes are focused on something they shouldn't be focused on.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. The Ducks with the 1st and 10. To the air, it's Gabriel. Buys a little extra time. He's going to fire to the left. And he's got it inside the 10. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he waltzes in for the score.
Can I make some subs real quick? I'm trying to put some dogs in the game. I need some niggas that believe we can come out here and beat Oregon.
When the Duck rolled out on that motorcycle, decibels through the roof in the House of Loud.
And what a great job getting this crowd going early. This is not one of the biggest crowds in the country, but Autzen Stadium is one of the loudest places you will ever be in, and they love their Ducks.
Oh, they want the 2, and the holder's going to try to throw it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
That keeps the score. Oregon 6, Arkansas 0.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick off.
Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the offense on first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Even dating to the days when they ran the option, Arkansas has always been built around the ground game.
Yeah, it makes Jerry Jones happy, huh? Noted Arkansas fan, always talking about the Hogs, his Hogs. And this team is always built on that physicality, built on that toughness.
To the ground with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll go to the ground. Smashes through. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert 3rd and short. Caught over the middle. It's Anthony. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance, because in the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. When you think of all the great play callers in this league and all of the Heisman Trophy winners this league has seen at the QP position in recent years, you better be able to do it throwing the ball. This guy, I think, gives Arkansas a chance with his...
Headed to the end zone, and he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Man, what a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Still running at the 40. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Ducks want to move quickly.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats, because he is not easy to bring down.
He's going to run it. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score for Arkansas, 7. Oregon 6.
And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to throw, it's Gabriel. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Still on the 35-yard line after that incompletion. Here comes 2nd and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. Up-tempo for the offense. Gonna run it. It's James. They bring him down, and he's gonna lose a yard on that one. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds his man, and they convert. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
That's a great example of a receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Obliterates him, still on the move. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Looking downfield, it's a fake, and the kicker's looking to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Great starting point, takes it inside his own 25. There he goes, open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks. He is a field-flipping machine. Taking on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
They're just about to boot it away, full of energy after housing that last kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. It's James. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
With the catch, it's James. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw. It's Gabriel. Finds his back in the middle. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. They'll try to snap it quickly. On second down, they'll take to the air. Fires on the move. Got his man downfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He wants to throw. He's going for it all. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense.
You know, the problem about taking shots against cover 3 is that the corner playing on the outside already has a big cushion against the wide receiver, and he's got his eyes on you, so he can see the football thrown. You've got to be pinpoint accurate. If you're not, it could be an interception, and that's what happened right there.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Arkansas 14, Oregon 12.
The Ducks will kick it away to start the second half. Great starting point. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Arkansas.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his second of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
And the extra point is good. They're lining up for the kickoff, and let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. Fielded in the end zone, it's James. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win in David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play.
He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Ready to try the point after. It's a fake, and the holder showing off that arm. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the two. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Running to daylight from inside his 25. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. The give to the lone running back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
He'll pull it down and run. Gives him a little shake, and he's got some room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. They'll give it to the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
And those little chunks keep annoying the crud out of you when you're on defense. It's just putting them in easy situations, chewing up 4 to 6 yards at a pop like that. Puts you in a bad situation as a defensive coordinator. What do I call? Either way, priority number one, you got to stop the run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Just when they're looking run, now up top. And the pass is intercepted. Looking for more room. The 30. He's at the 20. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Not only did they get the interception, but they're able to get a huge return. Remember, this team practices this all week, right? Once they get the interception, they've got guys turning their heads, and they're looking for blocks. They're looking for people to get a hat on down the field. And with that INT, they now flip it. That could be a big point swing in this game.
Knocked down for the tackle.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Looking for a man. It's Gabriel. Touchdown, Oregon! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. They'll line up to go for 2. From the gun, he'll try to throw. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out! Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
It was a golden opportunity on that 2-point conversion attempt, but he fumbles. You got to have better ball security. They come away with no points.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. And the Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. Running behind that left side. Got enough space. Touchdown, Razorbacks. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Up by 1, they're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Into the end zone, the 2-point conversion is good, and now they're up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. And the Ducks headed quickly to the line.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Ducks! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his own 20. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. To throw, it's Green. Pocket starts to collapse. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Keeps the legs moving. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. The give to the back. Runs through a tackle.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes on those playing.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
I just love the effort by the defense on this play. We're late in the game. It's in the 4th quarter. Guys are tired, and they're not able to get to the QB right away, but they continue pursuing him, and they're able to get to him outside of the pocket. Nice job.
He's not going to get there. A big stop for this defense on 4th down.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Ducks enter the final minute with the lead. Looking to pass. It's Gabriel. Unleashes one deep. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Oh, my goodness. What you couldn't do, make this mistake late in the ball game. Now, your defense better go bail you out and make a play, because that was a critical turnover.
Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Dances away from the heat. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, it's not just the other team, right? You're fighting against that clock. Nice heads-up play by the QB. He does a great job scrambling, getting the first down, and then stopping that clock.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. And the offense, they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
They'll go back to the air on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Here's a throw downfield late. It's complete. A huge pickup.
Uh-oh, gang.
Arkansas. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go keep this thing
man,
on
I
ice.
hate that for you, bro.
And he puts it down the middle,
Truly.
and the lead is 3 here in the final period. About
My
to
heart
kick
is
it
with you,
away after
nigga.
scoring the touchdown. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37.
You're in my thoughts and prayers,
Remember, all
man.
they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Scanning the field, it's Gabriel. He's moving out of the pocket. Under
That's
heavy
what I'm
pressure,
talking
lets
about.
it fly.
Yes,
Can't
sir.
find
You
his
took the
man as
whole
he
clock.
took a shot
Uh-oh,
trying to deliver that
GG,
football, and
bitch.
it'll be second down.
GG, bitch ass nigga.
He's looking to throw. Quarterback moving. He's going up top here late in the game. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And with
Fuck
that
outta here.
turnover, that'll finish the game.
That shit, bitch ass nigga. The best team in the game talking shit, got your ass whooped, nigga. What you talking about?
Welcome between these hallowed hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where they've had a little chicken, they've had a little drink, and friends, it's time once again to let the big dogs eat. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Arkansas Razorbacks taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going.
Oh, you got sweet shit. I got sweet shit, too. Crazy.
They're going to try an onside kick on the opening kickoff. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Man, these coaches talked about being a...
You got me?
They were first quarter. You're going with the onside already there. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
First down for this offense. Give to the running back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
From the gun, the ground game. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Might as well give it to him again. An attitude run as he's dragged down after a pickup of 6 down to the 14.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
The give on the inside. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Razorbacks moving quickly to the line. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that when you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming.
That's tough.
Back to pass. It's Green. They're bringing heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Fast motion from the offense. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Coming out with it, it's Smith. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Line gets set, first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Intercepted. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Razorbacks! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabs it inside the 10. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Georgia. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
Looking for a man. It's back. Getting some heat. Throw to the end zone. Picked off.
That keeps the score Arkansas 10, Georgia 6. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score Arkansas 10, Georgia.
I don't know what this says about trusting your defense, but they're going for an early onside kick down one possession. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You've got to make them pay for gambling.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. After the misfire, now on second down. They'll run it from the gun. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. That's reeled in. It's Sategna. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. A 51-yard field goal is not really unreasonable in terms of range, but they'll try to convert on fourth down. Finds his man enough for the first. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
And the Razorbacks getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Arkansas!
We know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Evans. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right.
Fires one high and deep. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. It's a draw. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Georgia comes quickly to the line. It'll be a draw. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Dogs will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The completion well past the sticks. That's a live ball.
Bye-bye.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the Arkansas Razorbacks taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that.
And the Arkansas offense will take over 1st and 10.
first down. They move the tight end all over. They go to the ground. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
For an offensive coordinator, you pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Dropping back, it's Green. Trying to escape and get it himself. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Movement here from the tight end. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. And you really can't be called the Hogs if you're not willing to grind it out in the dirt.
Yeah, and I love calling the offensive linemen the hog mollies. In Arkansas, in that beautiful state, you're going to find a bunch of big, strong individuals. And the identity of that team is usually built on those guys up front.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the...
He lofts one down the sideline. And he intercepts it. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
I like it. It's like laying up on a par 5. There's no time and no place. We don't need that, all right? Take your shots. It's 3rd and long. I don't need to throw it 17 yards short of the stick. Nice job taking a shot down the field, trying to get the first down through the interception, but no harm.
Burrows is way for a couple. He's out to the 8.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll leave it with him. Shakes off the tackler. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 10.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open.
Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yep, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we could just keep going on guy after guy after guy that they had that wore that uniform that was a big-time elite playmaker on the outside.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Scrambling away. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
That's the end of the first quarter. And after one, we're tied 0-0.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Running back searching for a hole. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Dances away. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed, with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. To the air, it's Green. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Razorbacks decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Off the play fake on first down. He's going to take off. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
When you have scrambling quarterbacks, you got to have a spot. You got to have somebody in the middle of the field. Everybody's playing coverage, but that guy's job is to focus on the quarterback and make sure he doesn't scramble and make big plays like this one.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama! They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense.
And a sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
Off play action. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive.
He wants to go deep. Catch inside the 25. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And the extra point was good. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hamilton. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field.
He's got it down the left. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Alabama! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. They're lining up to boot it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Just over 20 seconds to play here in the half. How aggressive can they afford to be here? Comes out throwing on first down. Finds his man. It's Jackson. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Line getting set on second down. To the air, it's Green. He's going to let it go. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on third down. Got it in the middle. It's Jackson. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He's going to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. And the Razorbacks will kick it off to start the second half.
Set to advance on the football.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tide offense rolls onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did. The quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wide out in motion. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's long. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for him.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
You know, a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't get any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line.
And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown tie. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse? It's a big stride inside the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Right down the middle. The junior quarterback frustrated with himself after throwing it behind his man. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And as an offense, you've got such a special talent playing QB. You've got to do a better job protecting him. If you can let this guy set his feet, he can light this defense up.
Nowhere to run on now when he loses 4 on the carry. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds a man on the left. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Quick timeout call by the offense.
Before I overworked inside the bank, I touched 100 bands. I probably made 100 grand for 100 grand spending on my 25 to 10.
Play.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Oh, he wants it all. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here.
Touchdown, Razorbacks! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
27, Arkansas, 22.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 27, Arkansas 22.
Offense in a bunch formation. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Alabama pushing the tempo. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Good pick up there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Leaves it with the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. I mean, you put the ball in your best player's hands. Like, late in the game, you've got to trust your guy. I'm interested to see what they do here on third down coming up. Let's call it third and interesting, right? Top clock ticking down. Do I trust my QB to throw the football? I got the lead. I want that clock to continue to roll.
To the air. It's Milroe. Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a gap. It's Young. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The inside handoff. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Here's the handoff. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save.